How did I even find out about this situation? Well, that's thanks to Sassy Bunny VA. Please stop autocorrecting to SassyBunny_VIP. That's not the right person. Please, for the love of God, do not look that username up.
Disclaimer. Do not harass anyone mentioned in this video. It is purely for entertainment and/or educational purposes. This channel is not made for kids.
Guess who's back on their bit? Sort of. I didn't think I'd be diving back into the realm of Sonic fans being weird so soon, but the economy sucks, and I can entertain you all with some oddities surrounding this blue rat, then I'll do what I have to do. Plus, apparently not a lot of people are even talking about this, which is weird. So what am I on about? Well, today's video is about Andrew the Hedgehog, a VR chat YouTuber. And I'm already having flashbacks. Apparently he does this thing called Simp Streaming, and from what I saw, it's basically where you sit on a game and act horny for each other's avatars. Or each other? I have no fucking clue.
Feel how fluffy his coils are. I just want to snuggle.
And his little chest right here too.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know how you could even sit through that shit. Like, the main reason I'm even talking about this is because of Sassy Bunny's tweet. She brought attention to both the clip of one of the nastiest excerpts I found on the channel and a document that Travis was apparently connected to. It includes one of my content triggers, though. Content trigger meaning topic I refuse to ever touch again, mind you. I may briefly touch it at the end, but I'm going to break this video into 3 sections. The first will go over Sassy's tweets and probably a few surrounding them, as that's how I first heard about this entire situation. I have no idea if she has any history with Andrew or not. Sassy probably won't see this, but hey, if you do, I would love to hear more about it if it's not too terrible. The next part won't be scripted, but I'll be taking a look at Dixie the Hedgehog, the one who started this trend. Apparently, just like Andrew, she was only recently making it clear that her streams weren't for kids. I will also take a look at her channel in real time, just to make this script a little bit easier to write. Lastly, I will briefly touch on the document regarding Andrew, which may also be unscripted, because I know I'll need a lot of skipping around when I look at that. I just love making things harder for myself for no reason. So, how did I even find out about this situation? Well, that's thanks to Sassy Bunny VA. Please stop autocorrecting to SassyBunny_VIP. That's not the right person. Please, for the love of God, do not look that username up. I follow Sassy on Twitter and happened to be scrolling one day when I see a post regarding some weird phenomenon I've literally never heard of called Simp Streaming. Like I said, niggas get on VR chat and goon over each other's character models, which is funny because I know you guys are just a bunch of fat fucks in your parents' basement living off the government.
boy. That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
I'm being a little hyperbolic, but still, what is up with this? And then people give you money for this shit, apparently. Like, that's the part that still doesn't make any sense to me. I know people will pay some big bucks for some weird shit, but you're gonna give someone money to masturbate over Sonic characters? Sassy made it known how weird this shit is, and much like Dixie, he apparently didn't put in a lot of effort to make it known that his stuff wasn't for kids. There's even one that was in C&M's server, who I'm gonna keep anonymous obviously, that has seen this shit, so who knows who else has. I checked some of the other stuff out, but Emmy's video is a good resource on this as well. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. I'll leave the link in the description and probably add a card on screen. I think the thing that makes me dislike this guy the most outside of jerking off for money is the fact that he throws shade at people from Discord statuses and YouTube posts instead of actually speaking to the person and trying to fix the situation. There's one in particular I'll read because it's long, and just from originally glancing at it, I already know the whole thing is going to be missing the point. Andrew's post is as follows. Good morning, everyone. I normally don't make serious posts here, but this one I am, as I need to address that is causing distress within the Sonic community. My goodness, you need to check the grammar of that post, man. I will not name drop, but someone who I personally have had a bad experience in history with decided to grab a clip of my stream for my Simp stream part 2, And long story short, it's created a controversy when it comes to Simp streams for myself and a few of my friends saying how icky it is. Because it is. It's fucking weird, man. Even though this individual themselves has done Simp streams of their own on their channel. I don't know which one specifically they're talking about. I'm assuming it's Sassy, even though apparently it wasn't even Sassy that found the clip. That's the funny thing. It wasn't Sassy that found the clip. It was Kazma, which I know without a shadow of a doubt, Andrea's not gonna sit here and fucking talk any kind of stuff about Kazma. I have a strange feeling that they're not gonna fucking care about that, and they're still gonna blame Sassy. The main thing I will not understand is how all of a sudden now it is a problem now where it's been going on for so long, and prior to this past weekend it was never a problem. I want to make this as very clear as possible. The whole point of these kinds of streams is to make people laugh while seeing friends being flustered. Now I will admit I will sincerely apologize on my end, simply that part 2 was over the top and my close friends and I talked about it, that we would tone it down going forward. That's exactly what we did for part 3. As for the audience, I made sure that my channel, it is not made for kids, which it has been that way since the start, even well before I was streaming, but apparently that wasn't enough. I heard different, man. I heard different. So going forward, I'm doing everything in my power to be sure that the channel within my info and every description says that the channel is 18 plus, not made for kids, as well as making my streams age restricted. I will learn that lesson going forward to give my community a great and safe experience. Now, me personally, I probably wouldn't go to the extent of age restricting them. I personally think putting it in your description and labeling it as not for kids should be enough. Because the thing is, if it's age restricted by YouTube, that means it's borderline softcore porn at that point. Or there's just like, you have an obnoxious friend like Jet Suzuki that cannot go a sentence without cussing. Now, my friends and I have zero control of what our audience watches because they don't want to watch it, then just simply do not watch it. If you have a problem with my stream, simply don't watch it, and if you want to stir up anything unnecessary, you will immediately get banned. Because my intention for my streams is to make all of you laugh and smile as possible, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. People can say what they want about me. It's not going to stop me from streaming and from simply being myself. I'm simply focusing on my thing and those who I am close to, and those who don't respect me can simply focus on their own things. However, when it comes to the Simp streams, it may be up in the air if it will ever happen again. If I ever do it again, things will change a lot. There's already so much negative toxicity when it comes to the Sonic community, and unlike others, I have zero intention of stirring anything up. Thank you for your time, and I love you all. Thank you all for your support, and I wish you all a blessed week. Yeah, as I thought, a poor alternative to just talking to the person you obviously have a problem with. But whatever, I've wasted enough time on Andrew for now. I'll probably come back to him briefly for the post. Unless the entire thing is just child abuse shit, you'll know soon enough. Just the fact that he's a part of this shit at all does not make me feel bad in the slightest for making this video.
Having fun? If so, consider showing your support by leaving a like. Comment what you enjoyed about the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leaving a hype helps tremendously as well. Now, on with the show.
For this next section of the video, I'm going to take one of these simp videos / streams and take a look at it. And for the sake of being thorough, I'm going to look for an older one and one that's probably more problematic. If I ever get mid-roll ads on this channel, this one's going to be a bitch to re-edit. All I know going into this is that Dixie apparently created this subgenre, and that scares me. That and Sassy actually confirmed knowing about Dixie ahead of time, so that's lovely.
I missed you. Sorry I couldn't show up earlier. I had a little thing caught up.
They're not getting me.
Hey, having fun, man.
Boy, did I miss you though.
It's a silver. Blaze, you're missing your chance.
Remember, I'm always here for you if you need it.
Oh,
fun now.
Champ will.
Alright.
What? It's not me. She melted, dude. She just melted.
Silver. She just kissed Silver.
Oh, that's sweet.
Alright, so after looking at a few of these, I have to say, and honestly wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. From what I saw from what was happening with just Andrew's stuff, and also the clips that were in Nine's video, I'm not gonna lie, there was maybe like one scene that I actually like found that was kind of like, I would say just a little bit too much. But even then, again, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. If this was one of the streams that were like not labeled as not for kids, then yeah, that's the main problem that I have with this. From what I've seen from all of the ones that I actually looked at, and I only looked as far back as like one that went a year back. If Dixie has like made stuff that is worse than this, but by all means, like, you know, let me know. But I wouldn't know where to look because she streams a fucking lot. And again, you know, I don't know how long back is recently, because I was told she only recently started labeling her simp streams as not for kids. But even then, I feel like another issue that I have with Dixie's stuff that's actually like less about the simp streams and more about it kind of being like a clickbait. Which, honestly, I can't even sit here and complain too much about clickbait, but it's just really funny that so many of these are labeled sim streams, and it really seems like that's not completely, like, accurate, unless it's just simping to the models that she uses, because I noticed that a lot of the models that she uses, every single character that she has, whether it's her own OC or Fiona the Fox, has just, like, huge breasts for no reason. But other than that, I would just say as long as all she does is this cringy shit, but she of course makes sure that they're labeled as, you know, not for kids, then I don't really have a problem with it. I don't really care. But I don't want to look at another one of these because I'm just fucking uncomfortable, bro. Now I do want to mention that Disney Silver, or I believe that that's his name on Discord. I forget exactly what the name of the YouTube channel is. I'll of course show that up on screen. Well, apparently he was going to make a video on this situation, but I had missed it. Apparently there were some parts about it that he didn't completely understand or didn't completely get right, which is sad because I wanted to watch that video, but I didn't get a chance to actually watch it. If by the time this video goes out, he puts his video back up, I'll most likely put it in the description. And even if I somehow have my video out before his, I'll probably still put it in the description because, again, you know, it could just be more information on the situation that he might have, because I already know I'm not going to have every single piece of data, and I want everything that I talk about to be as thorough as possible, even if it means, you know, so like you guys have to go to somebody else about it. But I guess I better go briefly over the fucking doc shit. And I know the video is probably starting to get 8-bit long, but that's fine. Longer videos are my forte anyway. But there's so much to this doc that I genuinely cannot really go over here, because it involves Andrew basically pulling a Rockstar Radio. I'm going to leave it at that. One thing I can do is leave the doc here as it goes over in full detail why Andrew is basically a piece of shit and why him acting like he's one of the good guys at all in this situation is laughable. It should also, you know, come as something that should concern the people that he worked with, because something that I did notice that, you know, I don't know if anybody else noticed or anybody else cares, because I'm starting to think that a lot of Sonic fans just don't care about being associated with people that will just willingly do things that are in the doc. And it's another reason why I still do this, because I just think that the general consensus when it comes to Sonic fans is you just turn a blind eye to shit like this, and I just can't vibe with that. And if that's what it means to be a Sonic fan, then maybe I shouldn't be one. But that's a whole nother discussion in itself that I'm going to leave for another day. Now, but again, people that work with Andrew, because in that Dixie video, there are a lot of people that worked with Andrew. Maybe you guys want to take a look at this doc, because I feel like this has more to do with you than it does with me. It should concern you more than it does me, and it concerns me a lot. The link will be in the description. Read at your own discretion, of course. I'm going to leave this video here, as I think I've gotten all I can get out of this situation right now. If there's any kind of follow-up to the situation regarding Andrew or Dixie, I'll look into it, but only if you guys care about this. I'll be the first to admit, I can't sit here and act like I've never been a degenerate before, but A, I didn't do what this cocksucker Andrew did, and B, unlike Dixie, I don't sit here and pretend this shit is fine to do without making damn sure that you're not shaking your titties in front of little Timmy. This has been Havoc, and remember, people can see you gooning in VR chat. Peace out.